Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden truths buried within company reports. Today we're diving into OpGen Incorporated's latest filing, and let's just say there is a bit of financial maneuvering and executive shuffling going on that is worth dissecting. Let's check out what is really happening before we dive in. If you like getting clear, no-nonsense explanations of these complex documents, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you want to join a community of fellow corporate sleuths, our Discord link is in the description below. Alright, so this is what is called a Form 8K filing. Think of it as a company's way of telling the public about big important events that happen between their regular, more detailed reports. It is like the Cliff's Notes for major company news. So the main story here revolves around a deal the company has with a group called AI Capital Limited. They've had a purchase agreement for OpGen shares since way back in August of 2024. Now this agreement allows OpGen to sell its stock to AI Capital. Initially it was for up to $3 million, but they amended it. They then added 2 more tranches, meaning 2 more opportunities to sell stock, each for another $3 million. This brings the potential total to a whopping $9 million. But it gets even more interesting. They kept extending the deadline for OpGen to sell these shares. First, it was pushed to the end of 2025. And now, with this latest filing from December 2025, they've extended it even further to the 31st of December 2026. Essentially, OpGen has the flexibility to raise money by selling its stock to EI Capital over a much longer period than initially planned. Now, what does this mean for investors? Well, when a company sells its stock like this, especially through these kinds of agreements, it can be a way to raise capital. But it is also important to note that these shares are being sold without being registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the traditional way. The company claims this is because they are being sold to accredited investors, which are basically sophisticated investors who meet certain income or net worth requirements, and this is allowed under certain exemptions. For regular investors, this could mean that the company is potentially diluting the value of existing shares by issuing more of them. Dilution is like cutting a pie into more slices, so each slice becomes smaller. It is something to watch closely, especially if the company is doing this to cover operational costs, or if there aren't clear plans for how this money will be used to grow the business. Shifting gears a bit, there is also a change happening at the top. David Lazar, who is the president of OpGen Incorporated, has announced he is stepping down. Now, the filing is careful to state that his resignation isn't due to any disagreements about the company's operations or policies. This is usually standard language to avoid implying any internal conflict. However, anytime a key executive like a president leaves, it is worth paying attention to. We'll need to see who steps in to fill his shoes and what their vision for the company will be. And here is the breakdown of the documents filed with this report. The key one is Exhibit 10.1, which is the supplemental letter to that purchase agreement we talked about. This is where all the details about extending that share sale deadline are laid out. It is essentially an amendment to the original purchase agreement and its first amendment. Let's put all this together. OpGen Incorporated seems to be in a phase where they are securing extended access to capital through stock sales. This gives them financial flexibility, but it also potentially dilutes shareholder value. The extension of the agreement until the end of 2026 suggests they might need this funding over a longer period, or they're strategically positioning themselves with this capital source. The departure of their president, David Lazar, right around the time of these financial arrangements is a significant leadership change. While the report claims no disagreements, it is a common practice to announce such departures alongside other material events. The company's strategy here appears to be focused on maintaining liquidity and flexibility through ongoing financing arrangements, while also navigating leadership transitions. Looking at the overall picture, OpGen Incorporated is in a period of strategic financial management and organizational evolution. The extended purchase agreement with AEI Capital provides a lifeline for potential funding, but investors should remain vigilant about the implications of share dilution. The executive departure adds another layer of change that will require close monitoring as new leadership takes the helm, while the company is taking steps to ensure it has access to capital. The long-term strategy and operational execution will be crucial for its success. Without seeing their full financial statements, it is hard to gauge the exact health of the company, but these events signal a company actively managing its financial runway and its executive team. Alright, that is our breakdown of OpGen Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these extended financing deals and the leadership change? Do you see this as a sign of strength or a potential warning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button so we can keep these analyses coming, and subscribe for more. And don't forget to join our Discord community via the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.